Welcome back to the next episode of the full aluminium toy hauler build. I'm waiting on some bits and pieces for the tail light wiring and the drawbar safety chains and stuff like that. So I've been to Capral and purchased 7 lengths of 40 by 40 3mm RHS box section, and I'm going to set up a bit of a chopping station here, a bit of a production line, and just go through and start chopping all the lengths to build the whole canopy skeleton. So yeah, I covered the drawing, the basic sketch in the last video, so I'll just start laying out those sizes and I'll let you know what I'm doing as we go. Let's get into it. Got 4 of these cross members cut. To go between these, I just want to see how they fit and if it's right for the overall length. They're all cut at about 471. Bit of a weird number. That fit up looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm going to go through and cut another 6 of these and lay in these other sections. And then I might go through and clean up all the ends, wipe them down with acetone, and maybe clamp this down to the bed and then start tacking everything together lightly. I'm going to slowly work my way around and just put some little tacks, just really small ones. Just try and tack everything together kind of loosely. Does that make sense? Just start tacking all the center pieces in, just keep working along, small tacks, checking it. Yeah, and then probably flip it over the other side, do the same, so it's held together tight enough that I can move it around. And then I'll start working my way up the sides and the roof, I guess. Never done one of these, so I'll work it as I go. Righto, time lapse, let's get into it. So I finished welding one side, it's come up alright. One thing I just noticed last night after too many beers, all these spacings here are all even. And then I walked around this side and I was like, oh, what's going on over here? I have no idea what happened. I think it was too many beers, and because I was standing up on top, kneeling on it, piecing things together, I don't know what I've done. I've probably used a tape measure and measured from the 100 mark and I haven't included the 100. I don't know. But it really doesn't matter. This goes under the floor. As long as I know where these centers are to rivet the floor down or whatever I'm going to do, you're not going to see it. The strength is going to be the same. I'm not going to go and fucking redo it. So, yep, we'll just continue on. More of the same. I'll just time lapse it all. More welding on this side, more clamping down, more trying to make sure it's square and I account for the heat and the way it pulls and that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Next time I won't have so many beers before I actually go lining stuff up. I'll just save it for welding and other things. Righto, let's get into it. Pick that piece out. Pretty neat. Move it clean up. That's it. I did it. One more of them and then well. Those do work pretty well. They bent up pretty neatly. Just going to go and flappy wheel these edges. I'll hold them right on the angle against the angle finder and tack them in place. So grinding away with my Makita grinder. Just spinning some flappy wheels, nothing too strenuous. And now it sounds like a wet fart instead of a normal grinder noise. For demonstration purposes. Normal grinder noise. I think the winding might have just let go, or a bearing. Does not sound good. For research purposes, we might fucking just send it. See what happens. Save my grinding disc. Okay. I'll catch on fire or die. Who knows? RIP. Does not smell good, trust me. Look at the smoke. Smoked out half the yard. RIP Makita grinder. I'm not sure how old it is. I think it might be 7 or 8 years old. Oh well. I've got a cordless, but it's not as good. And I've got the, funnily enough, Makita, this Pro Tool one. I think my parents bought me that for my 21st birthday when I was doing my apprenticeship, towards the end of it. That's 16 years ago. Righto. Put the flappy wheel on this one and we'll keep going. For the back and front wall, I've got these welded up at the 158-degree angle. 22-degree angle, however you want to measure it. Got them clamped down here flush with the edges. And then up the top I've got a length across here, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna join these two edges together. So I'm thinking about notching out this slot underneath here. Cut that out and cut that out so it's like a little mouth. Jesus. Anyway, we cut that out under there. I'm gonna do it on this side because if I stuff up this side I'd have to redo all these bends again, so I'll do it on the top side. So got that marked underneath, gonna take that off, do it at both ends and see if I can get it to go over the edge there and weld that on. And then do it all again for the other wall.
This is the hour, the darkest place. Dante's Inferno, the devil's maze. It's a good world. Good world going bad.
So I've got the two hoops mostly welded. It's time to set them up on the ends, one up on that end, one up on this end, get them square. And I've got two lengths at 1716 millimeters, which is this same as this length here. So yeah, just gonna get it up, get it tacked, get these up, tack them up in the corners. Then it's a full box frame, and then start cutting smaller lengths to fit out all the bracing in place. Rolled the trailer out of the shed and then lifted the frame off so I can get it in a better position to weld all the other braces in. So I'm just gonna keep going on with that. I think that might be enough for one day. It's 8 hours of cutting bits up and welding them together. Tomorrow morning I'll probably punch out about half a day and then edit this video up and hopefully get it up tomorrow, Harvey. Yeah, it'll just be rolling this thing over and over and over and just welding, putting full welds on all the corners. That's about it. Once all the frame's done, I'll go get some 2mm sheet and start sheeting it out, and just keep going with it from there next week. So yeah, see you in the morning.
Affairs. Half the people dying while the rest of us are splitting hairs. It's a good world gone bad.
That's it for another week, guys. Next week we'll be chipping away at the trailer wiring, water fill point. I'll go and grab some sheets of 2mm alley plate for this so we can start sheeting in the canopy frame. I've still got like probably over 50 welds to do on this that I'll continue on with the Savian tonight and during the week. If you want to have any sneak peeks and keep up to date, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, fairly active on there. I'll try to get a post out each day. So also do beer reviews over there, so check that out. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next week. Cheers.